So both of my roommates have had pretty rough work nights last night, and they're still sleeping. I've decided to make them breakfast, or more accurately brunch. It's about 10:30 here right now. Also, I've got a lot of leftovers from the last week of cooking, so I decided that I'm going to make them a frittata. Full disclaimer though, if you are going to make this, you need a frying pan that you can put in the oven to at least 300 degrees Fahrenheit. But apart from that, it's probably one of the easiest breakfast brunch items that I know how to make. It's quick, it's simple, it uses whatever you have left in the fridge, and I'm going to show you how to make it. And I know what you're thinking. Yes, I am drinking tea out of a mug with my face on it. I was 9. Fight me. First things first is we're going to start off with the prep and say hello to Mr. Ducky. First, you're going to start with your bell pepper, so cut off the top like this so that you have a nice flat, even work surface. Then, we're going to cut off the sides like this. 1, so that we avoid all the white parts, which tend to become bitter when you're cooking, and 2, so that the cleanup is easier. You can clean off the pepper and then throw out the seeds and the roots and stuff like that. Once you're done, start julienning them, roughly. Stack them together, and then we're just going to rough chop them into small cubes. Don't forget to do the top either. Next, we're going to pepper onion. Start off by cutting the top. Cut it in half. Peel off the skin. And then we're going to cut off the roots because we are going to thin slice the onion. Once you're done slicing it, make sure to break up all the parts so that nothing is stuck together. Next, we're going to prep our mushrooms. Start by cutting them all in half. And then start slicing them into thin slices. Don't worry if this seems like a lot. We are going to cook the mushrooms off beforehand, and they're going to lose at least half of their size. Next, we're going to pepper green onion, cut it in half so it's easy to work with, and then we're just going to slice them into thin pieces. Next, I'm going to put in 2 sausages. If you have bacon or ham or any salty pork-based product, you can use that instead. I'm just going to use some sausages. I'm going to thinly slice them, and then I'm going to cut them up into rough pieces. Next, we're going to add some spinach as well. We're not really going to do anything to the prep. Baby spinach is awesome as is. Next, we're going to prep 7 eggs. Now, my frying pan is good for 7 eggs. You're going to use anywhere between 6 to 8, but for me, 7's the right number. Once you're done breaking them, you're going to whisk them all together with a fork until combined. Add a little salt, a couple cracks of black pepper, and then whisk everything together again. Last, a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Next, we're going to move on to cooking it. First, preheat your oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Put your frying pan on, medium-high, and then add about a tablespoon of oil. Once it is up to temperature, you're going to add your mushrooms. Now, make sure to keep stirring your mushrooms or they will burn to the bottom of the pan. Just make sure to keep moving. Cook time should be about 5-6 minutes. See, I told you they'd reduce by at least half. Take them out of your frying pan, bring your frying pan down to medium heat, add about a tablespoon of oil, and then we're going to add our onions, our peppers, and our green onions. Stir them for about 30 seconds just to sweat them off. Then you're going to add your cooked meat. The mushrooms will go back in. You're going to add your spinach at this point in time. And then you're going to add the egg. Once you do add the egg, make sure to stir it a little bit so that the egg can get through all the nooks and crannies and it can get all the way down to the bottom. Next step, you're just going to put your frying pan in the oven for anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes. Look at that bad boy. Looks nice, doesn't it? Now, a minute before it's ready, you're going to take it out and then you're going to add your cheese. I'm adding Parmesan. If you have mozzarella, you can do that. Then I'm going to put it back in the oven for 1 more minute of cooking just for the Parmesan to get all melty. Finally, it's time to plate. You're going to take a spoon or a paring knife and work around the edges of the pan to make sure that the frittata is not stuck to the sides. You are then going to rock the frying pan back and forth to get the bottom to unstick from the frying pan. Once that's done, this is the hardest part. You're going to put either a plate or a cutting board on the bottom of the frying pan and you're going to flip it. You're also going to shake the frying pan to really make sure that it's not stuck. And when you move it, it should look like this. You're then just going to flip it back onto the plate because the presentable side is now underneath it. And you're going to drop some egg at the same time. And there you go. Now that you made it, you know the drill. It's time to eat. I'm gonna go wake up my roommates. Hopefully they'll enjoy it as much as you guys did. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, all the stuff in the description. I will see you next time. And yes, these are my pajamas.
Order up.
You're still here? I'm just getting back from my tea. Go! You made breakfast. Go eat. You made brunch. Still. Go eat.